I'm Doug Riley. I'm the fire chief here at the City of Lakeland Fire Department. And in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, unfortunately we're not able to have visitors at the fire station right now, just following these social distancing guidelines. And we really enjoy having our students, our elementary school kids, and our high school kids come down and visit the fire station and take a tour and see all of our trucks and our equipment and meeting our personnel. And since we can't do that right now, we thought we would do the next best thing. We would bring the tour to you. So we're doing this virtual tour, and we're going to show you the fire station, let you meet some of our fantastic firefighters, and as well as show you our station and our equipment. So enjoy the tour, and just know that we're here for you, and that as soon as these restrictions are lifted, we would love to have you guys come back down in person and meet us and to see our fire station. Until then, enjoy the tour and stay safe.
Hey everybody, welcome to Lakeland Fire Department Station number 1. I'm Firefighter Kyle, Firefighter Ronnie. I'm going to show you what it's like to stay at Station 1 and kind of hang out and be a firefighter for a day.
Sir, let's show you guys how we work for 24 hours.
Let's go take a look. Come on in guys, I'll show you around.
What's going on, guys? Alright, first I'm going to show you guys the room to the right. This is the lieutenant's office. You can tell who the lieutenant is around the fire station by them having a red shirt, or it'll say lieutenant on their shirt. You'll hear us mention them a lot more throughout this tour, and we'll tell you guys a little bit more about them as we go.
So one thing about this station that you notice is the bottom floor is kind of like the work area, and later on we'll see upstairs, which is like the firefighter living quarters. But over here we have our classroom, and one thing you'll notice is we always do a lot of training, and you can see right now we actually have our new hire class in there training and learning, doing some medical education. But if you keep on coming along, we'll show you some other stuff in the station. Alright, well you can see here we have a little trophy case along with some other kind of trophies as well. We have a lot of questions always ask why we have so many trophies and t-shirts and stuff like that. Well, we do a lot of competitions, whether it be fishing, the Lakeland barbecue, or also boot drives as well. And we have some of our union shirts that are always for sale if anybody wants to come by and have a nice little souvenir from the fire station.
Alright guys, so as I was saying, we have lieutenants that wear red shirts. Think of your lieutenants as your school teachers or something like that. And right here to my right is our battalion chief. Our battalion, we have in the city of Lakeland, we have 2 battalions. We have Battalion 1 and Battalion 2. This is Battalion 1 station here downtown, and you can think of them as the principal. So we have our teachers that are bosses of us, we're the class, they're the teachers, and they're the principals. So they're in charge of the whole thing.
Now a little bit further on, you can see we have a nice collection of patches, pretty much from all across the state and country. Big collection, we do it all the time, so if you're from out of state or out of country and you want to stop by and give us one, we always collect them. Right here too is a really important room. You can see that we have a couple computers. Now most people probably don't think that firefighters do a whole lot of paperwork or math or anything like that. Well, I have some news for you. If you don't like doing writing, well, being a firefighter, you're going to be doing a lot of writing. Every single call, every single report, fire, medical, we have to do some kind of report for it, so we do a lot of writing.
Alright guys, next I'm going to show you guys, coming down the hall to the left, is my favorite room in this whole fire department, is the weight room. You know, we work out, we got to stay maintained in shape so we go in house fires and we don't burn out or anything like that, maintain top performance here. Kyle, why do you work out?
I like to stay counted ready all year long. But also I always like to stay ready to save somebody in a house fire or any other kind of risky situation. At all times I'm ready.
There it is. People have different reasons for different things. I also like to be in the calendar as well. So
Alright guys, I know we've already seen a lot, but it's pretty overwhelming, but we still got a whole lot more to go. You can see we have a whole another board of patches here as well. I think it's probably time to move on to board number 3 pretty soon. But if you keep on coming along, we have a really important room. Now one thing that people don't really know is about 80 to 90% of the calls that we run are not fires, but actually medical calls. So we actually have our EMS Supply Room here. Everything you'll find in here is going to be on an ambulance. And I think we got somebody in here kind of hanging out if you want to. Oh, it's Firefighter Ronnie,
Hey
checking
guys,
out the gear.
How you guys doing? I'm just practicing my skills.
So everything you see in this room will be on ambulance, like I said. We also go to all medical calls. A lot of people don't really understand why a fire truck will go to a medical call. Well, we provide a service in the city of Lakeland, and we usually get there first on scene. We do any interventions that we need to do, help any sick people out. The ambulance shows up, and we take the patient, put them on the ambulance. And that's usually how it goes. All right, everybody, let's go check out our bunker gear room. So as you can remember, our gear is called bunker gear. Now, if we go into a fire, you can see that a lot of our gear is going to get kind of nasty and dirty and sweaty, and we don't like to have all of that stuff on. So we have a special machine here that actually cleans it all. This is called an extractor. So it takes out all that nasty carcinogens and stuff like that can get us all sick. But you can see over here we have 3 racks of gear, 1 for each shift at this station. A shift, B shift, and C shift. Remember, A shift's the best one. Now, you can see that everybody here has their own set of gear, but a lot of us are actually starting to move on to 2 pairs of gear as well. So that way, if we get a fire, we can wash this gear and actually bring out another second pair of gear. It's almost like having 2 sets of clothes. You get 1 pair dirty, you get another pair. Over here, we also have our own washer and dryer. Now, what's nice about these is if we go to any kind of fire or any other kind of emergency, we get a lot of stuff that's on us. We don't want to bring that home. I got a little boy at home, and I don't want to bring any nastiness home to him and get him sick. So we try to wash it here and keep clean and keep us all safe, happy, and healthy. And you guys are getting so far ahead of us. You guys are excited. All right, so now we're coming up to floor number 2. Floor number 2 is more of the living quarters for the fire department up here. So you're going to see our kitchen, where we sleep, and also a TV break room as well. After you, Ronnie.
Alright, so as we get to the 2nd floor, guys, as we said, this is more of our living quarters area. Downstairs was the office. Up here, this is more just for us and to relax and take time to ourselves. So right here, we got 1. That's right, we got 1 of our TV rooms. And this is where we just come down, sit down after a long day of work. Come take the time off, maybe watch a movie with the guys or a game, anything like that.
I think I hear some our other firefighters around here, so I think you might get to see them all in their natural habitat. Over here is our main TV room, and you can see some of our guys hanging out right now, waiting at a ready for a call. And also we have some of our other guys preparing lunch for us right now, so you can come over here and take a look at them in action.
So as you guys may know, or if you guys don't know, we have 3 shifts here at the fire department. We have A shift, B shift, and C shift. You're probably wondering why we have 3 refrigerators. We have 3 refrigerators for each shift. Take off. Here.
So, as you can see, we have our dining room table right here, right next to the kitchen. It's a big table. We have lots of guys and gals that come and eat with us. We have lots and lots of trucks at the station. You'll see those a little bit later. But you can see that we all try to eat together in a kind of like a family fashion, just like you do with your mom or your dad. And yeah, this is usually where we have our lunch and dinner.
All right, guys. So now back here, we live here for 24 hours like we mentioned before. So we're not always up and on our feet, you know what I mean? So back here is our beds and where we sleep. And when we get a call, it'll come over these speakers really loud and wake us up so we can get to you guys. As you can see, everybody has their own little living quarters and their own little space. Right here is our bathrooms where we shower and brush our hair and brush our teeth just like all you guys do at home. Right here we have big mirrors and everything. Make sure we look good, feel good, conquer our days. These living quarters is just for firefighters and driver engineers. Now, as I said before, battalion chiefs and lieutenants, they're like your teachers and principals. And like your teachers and principals have their own teacher's lounge or their own space at this school where they get to take off and relax. So here is just for firefighters and engineers, and here we have Kyle Davis.
Well, hey there, everybody. I guess you came to visit me back in my dorm. Well, I guess I'll show you around. Like Ronnie was talking about, we have a bed here for just about everybody, and also we have a locker for everybody. 1 for each shift, A, B, and C shift. A shift's the best, of course. It's my shift. And you pretty much saw everything that needs to be seen at a dorm, but we'll show you where the lieutenants and battalion chiefs stay. So each lieutenant at this station has their own room, and also the battalion chief. At this station we have 3 lieutenants, 1 battalion chief. So you can see they have their nice little own personal room, and also personal bathrooms. Those are important. Now, probably one thing that a lot of people don't also know is, as a firefighter, you do a lot of studying for different kind of classes and all sorts of different extracurricular activities. When you first get hired on as a rookie, you have to go through a process of taking a lot of tests, and in those tests you got to do a lot of studying. So we have our own personal study room. I'll show you where it's at. Oh, looks like we have somebody over here studying now.
Hey guys, how you guys doing? I'm just studying up some driver engineer stuff right now, but I just got done with my first year, and as a probationary firefighter, we take a lot of tests. I'm sure you guys take a lot of tests at school, right? Exactly. So here we take tests on all the streets of Lakeland. So we have to know all the streets of Lakeland. Where you guys might live, I probably already know. Also, we do some probationary tests on extrication, you know, cutting people out of cars, maybe throwing up ladders so we can get you guys out of a window, anything cool like that. We have to study and take tests on to make sure we are prepared to get you guys out safe.
All right, guys, now I'm sure you want to go see the fun stuff. We're going to go to the engine bay, check out all the trucks. So come on, follow us. All right, everybody, we're going to take you on a first-hand look of going down the pole. That's one of the most requested things that everybody wants to do, but today you're going to go down it virtually. So let's go. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. Alright guys, right now we're going to check out engine 12, and on every single truck, pretty much everybody has the same kind of position everywhere, and this particular spot is going to be for the lieutenant. Lieutenant is going to be what colored shirt? You guys probably guessed it right, it's going to be the red shirt. So you can see in this spot right here we have a computer, we have the radio, and a lot of other important stuff. This is going to be the spot that's going to provide security for everybody. They're going to be in charge of a scene, talk on the radio, and they're also going to be in control of getting all sorts of information on that computer right there. So that's a really important spot. So these guys are the bosses of the truck. And now we're going to go check out the firefighter spot over here.
Hey, what's up guys? I am actually the firefighter on engine 12, and this is where we sit. We, as you can see back here, have our air packs built into our seats. You guys will get a look at that. When we get a call, we don't stop anywhere to get dressed. We just put our pants on and we hop into the truck, and as we're responding to the call, we put our air packs on just like a regular backpack, but these are actually built into the seat.
You guys will probably get to see Ronnie in his gear a little bit later, but we're going to look at the truck a little bit more. So obviously, probably most people wonder how we get water on the fire, and this is going to be it right here. This is going to be one of our fire hoses. So if we arrive on scene and Ronnie's the fireman, he's going to get out of the truck with all this proper gear on, come on over, grab this hose, and get ready to start fighting some fire. But we're going to look at some other stuff that we got on the truck as well. So you can see here, this bunch of boxes and a little bit of a computer and stuff like that. So everything that you saw in that EMS closet is going to be in these boxes and bags. These are going to be our medical equipment. So we're ready to go for a medical call in case somebody's sick, hurt, you name it, we're ready to go. Everything that's on an ambulance, we got on here. A little bit further on now, we got some other stuff, some extra equipment. Up here, we have what's called a RIT bottle. The RIT is just in case a firefighter goes down and we need some extra air, we got an extra bottle to help them out. Now we're going to get to the fun stuff this way. Alright, this is one of my favorite compartments on engine 12. So I'm sure mom and dad might have heard the term jaws of life, but this is what we call in the fire department the spreaders. Spreaders are what we're going to use mostly on a vehicle axle or something like that. We're going to use this to spread the car open so we can kind of get to you and help you out. Now I know all of you guys have a pair of scissors at home in your backpack going to school and stuff like that. Well, even firefighters have their own pair of scissors as well. These are called cutters, and as you can imagine, they cut. Will you bring these on a vehicle accident as well to kind of help cut metal, whatever we need to do to try to rescue somebody in a vehicle accident? And that's it. We got Ronnie over here to talk about some hoses.
So as firefighters, we fight fire with different size hoses. And we also have hoses that aren't just built for firefighting and squirt water. These are also supply lines. They give water to the truck so we don't run out of water while we're inside the fire. So over here to our left, we have our 2.5-inch hose, and it's already pre-connected, ready to fight fire. All I have to do is just grab it and pull it out. Now those probably get about that wide. When they're full of water, they can get pretty heavy. So that's probably the max hose length or diameter we'll use to fight fire. Here we have 3-inch. 3-inch, it gets about that big, and you can't really fight fire with it because it's too strong and way too heavy. Now I'm a pretty strong guy, and I can't even handle it. And here we got the big yellow one. This is the one you hook up to the fire hydrant. I know you guys know what a fire hydrant is. Many of you guys may have them in your neighborhood, by your house. This is what we use to hook up to the fire hydrant, and we hook it up to our truck so we don't run out of water while we're inside fighting fire. Now this one, we definitely can't fight fire with this one. It's way too heavy.
All right, everybody, we got some more tools of the trade here. So a lot of you are probably wondering, why the heck are we going to have a fire axe here? Well, believe it or not, we use this pretty often. As you can tell, it looks like it's been pretty well used. And this is usually used together with what we call a Halligan. These two tools together are called irons. We usually always have these on some kind of fire call. So these together are really important for a firefighter. Also in this cabinet, we also have some fans. They're not used to keep us cool on a fire, surprisingly. One thing that people don't really always realize is in a fire, the smoke's really bad. And if you want to know what it's like to be in a fire, all you gotta do is take your hands, cover your eyes. That's about as much as we can see too. So a lot of the time we'll use these fans to try to blow the smoke out so we can try to see a little bit better. It's pretty difficult sometimes, but somehow we manage to get it done. A little bit further on, we have some more tools. We have some extra rope, extra tools, cleaning supplies, because we always try to stay clean, or might need to clean up a scene or something like that, so we're always ready. Right here we have the driver engineer compartment. So I've been stepping up driver a little bit more often, so this is something I'm a little bit more familiar with. Just a lot of extra tools for kind of moving hoses around, and we have little smaller pieces of hose in case we need to have a couple more inches. One thing that's always really important on a fire is water. We're always going to stay hydrated. So now this right here is the driver engineer panel. This is pretty much where the magic happens for putting out a fire. It looks pretty complicated, and it can be a little complicated, and believe it or not, you have to do a lot of math. So if you don't like a lot of math, being a driver engineer might not be your forte. But we'll give you a quick rundown on what it's like. If Ronnie pulled this hose line right here, number 1 speed lay, and it's color-coded yellow, and I want to supply him water, I'm going to pull number 1 speed lay yellow. So I would just pull it, and he'll have water. So that's pretty simple. But now, we'll show you guys the driver engineer spot, or the driver spot. Everybody always wants to be a driver, and Mr. Ronnie here is going to show you how it's done.
Hey guys, I'm sitting in the driver's seat right now as we speak. Here, just like any other car, you got your steering wheel, you got your driver engineer stuff, and all right here, all these buttons, these are the ones you see with the fancy lights that you see at the parades and stuff. Actually pretty cool, one of my favorite parts.
Alright guys, so you can see, this is the bunker gear, right? Awesome, so every part of this guy is covered from head to toe, including his noggin, and he's going to be protected. To get ready for a fire, we have 2 minutes. So 2 minutes, we got to come all the way downstairs, get dressed, and get on the engine ready to go. How long does it take you to get ready for school? Probably not 2 minutes. So then after that, you can see that this gear looks like it's going to protect us, but we're actually not fireproof. We're fire resistant, so if temperatures get too hot inside of a house fire, we still got to be safe and leave sometimes. Now all this gear together weighs quite a lot. It weighs almost as much as 45 to 50 pounds, and that's not even including any tools that we have to carry. And you saw all the tools on the trucks, they look pretty heavy. So all that together can be a whole another 100 pounds altogether. So you think you can carry all that? You think we gotta be pretty strong to be firemen? We do, that's why we got Ronnie here. Ronnie's strong. Now you can see here, this is our SCBA. SCBA is kind of like our backpack. Our backpack that you guys might have at school, but this is a little bit different. This is going to have our breathing air that we normally have, that you guys are breathing right now. It's all compressed down into a little tight space so that we can have air to breathe inside of a fire, because nobody wants to breathe in all that bad stuff that get us sick or even hurt worse. So this is how we stay safe inside of a fire. So if you see these guys in the middle of a fire, I know it might look a little scary, but these guys are actually here to help you out. So don't run from them in the middle of a fire. Actually come to them and we'll try to help you out. Because we have ways to be protected. We're not here to be scary. We're here to help you.
Hey guys, I'm still Firefighter Ronnie. I'm still the same guy.
So you can hear that we have a little mic there. It sounds a little different. It's just essentially a radio in the mask. So right here, so we can kind of talk a little bit more effectively to everybody.
This is the end of our little video tour. Sorry you guys couldn't be here during this tough time. I hope you guys enjoyed getting a little tour of Station 1 of Lakeland Fire Department, learn a little something you can take home, and we'll see you guys hopefully pretty soon. Stay strong.
I think that's a call.